Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is going to be the future sequel for the Planet of the Apes trilogy made by Fox, which is now owned by Disney. So I wonder if this film is going to be on Disney Plus, or if any of the Planet of the Apes films is going to be on Disney Plus. Tell me in the comments below if they're all on Disney Plus by now. All we know is that this film will be releasing in 2024. This takes place a few years after War for the Planet of the Apes, and the new ape leader is Cornelius. Because, well, Caesar died at the end of War for the Planet of the Apes. And all we have is this piece of concept art and this freaking cool fan-made poster. So today, I'll be telling you all my predictions for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now, we all know that Cornelius is going to be the new ape leader, as he is Caesar's only remaining son, because Caesar ended up dying at the end of War for the Planet of the Apes. Now, one prediction I have is that Cornelius will probably be able to talk. Like, he'll talk for the majority of the film, like his father, Caesar. Now, yes, he didn't speak in War for the Planet of the Apes. He was only 2 years old, and probably wasn't old enough to talk yet, unlike his brother, Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes can't speak, he just doesn't speak as well as his father. So yeah, one prediction I have is that Cornelius might be able to talk for most of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Another prediction I have is that we might find out who and what happened to Bad Ape's original family. It's not explained much, but Bad Ape originally had a wife and child. They both ended up dying, though. So we probably might find out who they were and what happened to them in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, through like Bad Ape talking to Cornelius, or maybe a flashback. Now, this prediction is kind of tricky, because we don't have that many details, so we don't know if there's going to be any villains, and if they are, will they be humans, or will they be something else? If there is going to be villains in King of the Planet of the Apes, and if they are going to be humans, then my prediction is that they will try to convert Nova into joining on their team. As of currently, Nova is the only surviving human in the Planet of the Apes universe. She's like the only surviving human. So I believe that if there's going to be human villains in this film, they'll try to convert Nova into joining onto their side because, well, she's a human. I'm pretty sure she won't, though, because she's very loyal to the apes, so she probably won't, but this is still a prediction. I doubt that the antagonists for this film will be apes, because, well, all of the apes are loyal to Caesar, and most likely will be to Cornelius. And all of the donkeys, or the villainary apes in Planet of the Apes, they all died. Like, they all died at the end of War for the Planet of the Apes. So, if somehow a group of donkeys was able to survive, then I highly doubt that the antagonist for this film will be apes. Another prediction I have is that Maurice will be able to talk more in this film. Before I explain, if they actually kill off Maurice in this film, then I'll be upset. So in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and at the ending of War for the Planet of the Apes, Maurice is shown to talk. So I'm hopeful that he will be able to talk more in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. He'll probably be teaching Cornelius how to be a good leader, like his father, Caesar. Though I highly doubt Nova will be able to talk in this film, as she is mute due to being infected with the simian flu. So yeah, she likely won't be able to speak, but probably just use sign language when she's interacting with the characters. Another prediction is that we might see Cornelius grow over the film, from probably a small child to maybe around the age of a teenager or young adult. And maybe we even see him talking to either Maurice or Bad Ape about how good Caesar was as a leader, and how Cornelius can be as good as him. We can even see a teaching moment with Maurice and Cornelius. I don't know if this will actually happen in the film, though, but this is just me guessing of what could happen. We would obviously see Cornelius and Nova grow up a little bit over the film, since this takes place a few years after War for the Planet of the Apes. Another prediction I have is that there's probably going to be another tribe of evolved apes. I actually don't have that much faith in this actually happening in the film, but this is a possibility, as Bad Ape was an evolved ape that wasn't originally part of Caesar's tribe, so it is possible. Though Bad Ape did say that all the other evolved apes, aside from him, that aren't part of Caesar's tribe, are dead. But this tribe could actually exist, and Bad Ape just didn't know they existed at the time. This tribe could actually be made up of mostly bonobos and just some chimps, unlike with Caesar's tribe, which is made of mostly chimps and some bonobos. Another prediction I have is that we might be able to see Blue Eyes and Rocket's 2-year journey. They were gone for 2 years during War for the Planet of the Apes. Though I highly doubt we might be able to see this. It could be possible through our little flashbacks, kind of like in Nope, how we got to see the Gordy flashback, even though that at first didn't have to do with the main story of Nope. Another prediction I have is that we might see Cornelius talking about his family. Now, this kind of correlates with him talking about how good of a leader Caesar was with one of the characters. Now, it could possibly happen where he talks about his family with Maurice, Rocket, Bad Ape, maybe Nova, hell, maybe even Lake. But yeah, probably just a scene where he's just talking about how he wants to make them proud, how he misses them, something like that. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is something that will definitely happen. A huge fight between the apes and the possible villains. So I don't know if they'll have a big bad battle at the end of the movie, or they will have like a few battles in between, kind of like in War for the Planet of the Apes and Dawn Planet of the Apes. But I don't know. All I know is that this is possibly going to happen, and this is definitely going to happen, where Cornelius' tribe fights the big bad villains. So these were just my predictions for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Some of these might happen, some of these won't happen. I don't know. I'll just have to wait until more details are released, more trailers, and whenever the actual film comes out. Anyways, goodbye, everybody.